Hey friends, I am Leslie, better known as A Reseller's Passion. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, I'm going to show you how I use List Perfectly to cross list and relist. I was already doing that. As you can see, here is my MacBook. And I started cross listing. I was like, hey, let me just do a random video. And that's what this is a random video. I have only been using List Perfectly since September 2020. It is now the last week in November, and I've really liked it. I like it. I use it simplistically. I don't load anything into List Perfectly for it to list and delist and all that. I just use the little arrows, which I'll show you. It's just me filming my shared screen on Zoom, showing you how I cross list and how I relist. Basic as that. Everyone can use it differently. If you're interested in trying List Perfectly, you can use my affiliate code of Reseller's Passion and check it out. You get 30% off for the first month. Try it. You know, you figure out how it works for you. I needed to have something simplistic and is going to make money and make sense for my business. So again, I use the simplistic method. Um, Again, it's just a random video. And it's going to be probably tons of bloopers and things like that. And I hope you like it. When you log in, this is what it looks like. If you have an account, you're going to go up to the top and you're going to log in. Once you log in, this is what you get. This is brand new, just updated on 11/13, which is November 13th, 2020. And there's a lot that can go on here. You can add products into List Perfectly. Right here would be all your products if you individually load them in, and that way you can cross list easily, and also they would be deleted as items sold. I don't use it like that. So if you're interested in delving further, I would just say research it. I use it for just the simplistic program that it is for me. And so I'm going to go in to my Poshmark closet. I'm going to show you how I cross list. So when you add your Chrome extension, you have to have a Chrome extension for List Perfectly, and it'll be at the top of your screen up here. So you have to add it as a Chrome extension. That's the only way it's going to work for you. That's the only way you can see it from your app, but you cannot cross list or do anything actively, because once you add the Chrome extension, on your page is going to be the same regardless of what platform you sell on. You're going to get a little round little circle at the top, if you can see my mouse right there, with these crossed over inverted arrows there, and it will be on all of your items. And I cross list most from Poshmark because that's where the majority of my items are. So if I were to go, this is my Poshmark closet. If I were to go right into my Poshmark closet, you can actually start selecting items by, this is the button. If you don't want to select anything, you'll stop and the little arrows go away from all the items. But if you want to start, here is what it looks like up top there. And so say for instance, I'm going to start with the very first item here. So I'm going to pretend as if I'm cross-listing. First, I'm going to go up here and take out these arrows there. So I'm going to pretend that I am cross-listing to a platform, to a couple platforms. So click these little arrows right here, and this is what comes up. This is, to me, the coolest part of it. And it shows you all the platforms in which you can cross list. And so this is Grailed, Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, Tradesy, Facebook, Depop, Kitizen, and Shopify. And I sell on all platforms except for Tradesy Kitizen. I just signed up for a Grailed, and a Grailed is a men's platform, if you didn't know that. So if you sell men's clothes, really check it out, especially if you're using List Perfectly. You want to, use it to its full potential. However it works for you and your business. I have Shopify, I have a Depop store, I have a Facebook, I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I have 2 Etsy stores. I just started selling again on eBay, and that is because of List Perfectly. Of course, I sell on Poshmark because we are currently in Poshmark. I sell on Mercari, and again, I just opened up a Grailed. So today I'm going to give you an example of how many places you can cross list at one time. So these little boxes represent all the places in which I sell. So if I wanted to cross list these particular shoes, I'm actually going to click this that they could disappear so we can go back because I was talking so much. These little Mary Janes right here, I'm going to click the arrows again. Now I want to share these. They're already here in Poshmark. So now I want to share to Mercari and eBay. So I click both of these platforms that I want them to go to. And then I hit this copy button right here. So it's processing. And if you look up top, it opened up to, first it's open to Mercari, which is right here. And then it opened up to eBay right next to it in 2 separate browsers. And so it opens up. I'm going to scroll up top so you can see what it looks like. It dropped in my photos. It dropped in all the information. And then now I would have to fill in additional information. Like I would have to fill in the hashtags here, the categories, click on everything, add the additional information. If you're familiar with Mercari, you know what it's like when you're starting from scratch. It dropped the price in, and then I would go fill everything in and then just list it. Now, some people prefer to go the opposite direction. Now, keep in mind, these shoes are already in Poshmark. Now, if I loaded them into eBay, each additional platform will require different information. So it dropped it into Mercari. These shoes are already in Mercari. I'm just doing this for the purpose of the video. And then I would I would say, okay, I filled everything in here in Mercari, did everything I needed to do, checked my shipping, and then I would list them. Now, right next to it, I also clicked, remember, I'm gonna go back for a second. I also clicked this eBay over here. So now I'm gonna go up to the top, and same situation. Here is my eBay, my title is in there, and all the relevant things that pops up in eBay. Here are my shoes. The photos are dropped in. I don't have a whole lot of photos. And then I would have to go in and fill in all the rest of the information for eBay and the description. So everything that was already on Poshmark gets dropped into eBay, and I would have to fill everything else in. There's the price again, and then I would have to do my own shipping. And then once I put everything in, then I would list my item. So it's as simple as that. So I'm gonna go out of those and let's do one more. So same situation, let me go into something different here. Let's scroll down. Say for instance, I go into accessories and I have these great Burberry brown optical glasses. I would again come through these arrows, click them. And then because I had already clicked in Mercari and eBay, they are there. So I think I'm going to stay with Mercari, click on eBay, and this time I'm going to add the Facebook Marketplace, and let's see what happens. And I'll drop them into, I'll add Depop too. So now I have 4 places that I want these glasses to be cross-list. I'll hit the copy button and starts processing and starts dropping the information into all of the platforms that I want. So here's Mercari again. I'm going to scroll up. It's still loading. And now all the glasses are in there. It takes all 10 photos because at this time I took a lot. And then of course the information. Now keep in mind, each platform only allows a certain amount of characters. Poshmark allows, I forget how many, but as you can see from Mercari, it allows you 40 characters in your title. So you might have to come back and shorten some things because it may cut off. This time it took the title, and then it dropped the description. And then again, I would have to come in and fill everything in that I needed to. Shipping, it dropped my price in. And then once I filled everything in, I would come and list it, go to eBay again, similar situation. I would actually add more because eBay allows me to have more characters. So I probably would add a little bit more to fill in up to these 50 characters, go down again, add the items that I need to. These are pre-owned, and then put a little description in here and then fill in all the information that it's asking me for. The key is to get all this filled in as much as possible, this little circle, and then just go through, fill everything in. And there would be, and then I would go in and list it. Now I added Facebook Marketplace. I already have a Facebook Marketplace account. So this is what Facebook Marketplace looks like when you drop everything in. Look how great that photo looks. And again, you would, on this side, you would go in and fill everything in, your category, your condition, all the pertinent information. And then once you filled it in, it would be next. You hit next and fill in more information. And then I'm going to take you to Depop. Oops, I'm not logged in on Depop. So that is one. We're just going to delete that out. Let me see if I can log into Depop really quick. Because I wanted you to see what it looked like. Okay, so as you can see, Depop, all the platforms have the arrows, all the platforms that you can sell. And the cool thing is, I'm glad I went in here because I sold this sweatshirt. So I was going to go and delist. So I'm going to go out of Depop. I'm going to unclick Facebook and Mercari, and then now I'm going to copy to Depop because I want you to see what it looks like. And then here would be Depop. Since now that I'm logged in, it's a little different because it's only 4 photos, and then it drops a description and no title, and then you would have to pick the categories, the condition. The new features are color. They weren't there a few months ago. So Depop is not as many things that you have to add. So I wouldn't suggest starting with Depop and cross-listing. I would start somewhere else and then just let it drop into Depop and then fill in everything, my shipping, and then I would post it. And there you go. So that's what that looks like there. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is how I relist. And the cool thing about this, so we are in Poshmark. And Poshmark has the feature, I'm going to go into editing. Poshmark, for people who sell on Poshmark, Poshmark has the feature, which is the copy listing feature, where you can hit this and it will drop your item in as a duplicate. So I'm going to do that for you, copy listing, and it's going to open up. And then it drops it in as a duplicate. And then it says copy here. And this is what it looks like. It opens up just like this. So I'm going to cancel and discard because I wanted to show you. List Perfectly is exactly the same. It has the exact same feature. You're just going to relist it basically in itself. So I'm going to go back to these Mary Janes again. They're right on my page. So if I wanted to relist, let me scroll down for a minute. Usually what I do is I look for items that have a lot of, like these Sandros. They only have 4 likes. So let me see if I can find something that has a lot more likes. Yesterday I did a lot of relisting. So the front page, you're not going to find it. So I'm going to come up to these Sandros. So here's these Sandros. You would hit these arrows again for relisting. Now, this is the cool thing. You can actually relist it back into the app. So instead of cross-listing to another platform, I just want to relist it back into Poshmark. So I'm going to click this little, hit Poshmark, and I'm going to copy, and it's going to open up just like the copy listing feature. Those are my drafts ready. And so here are my Sandros again. The difference is it doesn't give me the little copy thing here, but it drops everything back in the same way. And I just fill in a couple things that it doesn't fill in for you, the categories. And then this is the opportunity, like if they haven't been selling, do you want to change the price? Is it something that you want to fix? Everything looks the same because it's technically the same item that I just relisted. And then I hit next. And then I'm going to list this item. And it relisted it. Now you can do one or two ways. You can go into the previous screen. You're going to tap it to get rid of it. And then these are the original Sandros. I would go in here and just delete these from here. And there you go. And when I go back in, they disappeared from the listing area. And then here are the new ones because it was a 4 likes there. And then here's the arrow. So to show you that again, I'm trying to find something that I really want to relist. Okay, so here are these Sperry's. I'm going to click the arrows again. It's going to open up. I want to hit the Poshmark and I'm going to copy it and it's going to open up again as a brand new listing. So here are these Sperry boots right here. Everything looks good. And I just have to fill in the category shoes. And I think for now, I'm just going to leave these as ankle boots. They do not have tags. So just those couple things. I'm happy with the price. And then I hit next. And then I list this item. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you what it looks like, because before I went back to this screen and tapped it and then went in here and deleted, but I'm going to go back here now and show you what it looks like, what it will open to. Here's the one I just relisted, and then the original ones are down here, and you can tell there's the original ones because there's a 5. So you always want to go back and make sure you delete, because you don't want somebody buying them. They might buy a pair for themselves and for their daughter, thinking you have 2 of the same item. So that's basically it for the cross listing and the relisting. And you can do that on every app. So for instance, if I go into Mercari, and I go into my listings here in Mercari, it looks a little bit different. You're already familiar with Mercari. Here, your arrows are going to be over here on the side next to the offer to liker button. And then here's those Sperry's again, which would be pretty cool. I just relisted them on Poshmark. Why not relist them here on Mercari? So I'm going to go into Mercari, copy them, and it will drop them right back into Mercari as a new listing. And it says on the side, you know, List Perfectly extension is loading items. So here are the boots. And this worked out. The title was exactly 40 characters. All the information's in here. The cool thing is because I am relisting right from Mercari into Mercari, my keywords are already there. And I could click category, or I can click the suggested category. So they're boots. The size, the color, and the size are already there. And it's asking me about shipping. I usually ship on my own. I pay for shipping, and then I ship on my own. And my price looks good. And now I'm just going to let the height. It asked me for a little bit. These are mid-calf. They're everyday boots. The heel height is less than 1 inch, and these are leather. They're in good condition. And now I'm going to list them. And there's my brand new listing, and I'm going to go back in. So when you get to this screen, always you just have to tap the screen. And here's my original ones here. Thankfully, Mercari is a little bit simpler than Poshmark. There's a little arrow here. Hey friends, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate you. If you like this video and you would like to see more content, please consider subscribing to my channel and leaving me a big fat thumbs up, and also hitting the reminder for future videos. I have a lot of content coming up and I would like for you to enjoy it. Leave me a comment and let me know what you liked or disliked about this video and what you would probably like to see in the future. Take care.